Welcome to Marvel Rewind, a Marvel Champions Retrospective Series. In this series, I will be tasked with defeating every villain in order, progressing from the core set to the latest release. The catch? I'm only allowed to use cards released up until that point. After defeating the villain, they each will be ranked in terms of their difficulty, determined by the cards available at the time. Thematic matchups, crazy boost effects, and sinister encounter cards await. Tune in every Tuesday for new episodes of Marvel Rewind. What's going on, guys? It's Char here, back with another episode of Marvel Rewind, a Marvel Champions Retrospective Series. Now, in today's episode, we have a bit of a thematic MCU-ish matchup for you guys today, where we have none other than the Mad Titan himself, Thanos, going up and facing off against Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel. Let's go ahead, get down to the table, and see how it goes. Okay, so here we are down at the table. Now today we have another classic thematic matchup. We have Captain Marvel versus Thanos here. Now this is more thematic in terms of like the MCU, you know, in Endgame she kind of faces off against him before. Well, spoilers for Endgame, we won't go into what happens, but she was giving Thanos a run for his money, and we're also going to represent that kind of giant scale battle in today's episode with a huge Avengers leadership deck, which should be a ton of fun. But before we get into any of that fun, we need to talk through his setup here real quick. So we're going to look at his, main scheme 1A. The contents is Thanos 1 and 2 or 2 and 3 because we are playing expert mode. The Infinity Gauntlet, which is right here. It is the standard set, and then the two modular encounter sets that are recommended is Black Order and Children of Thanos, which are both right here. There's one, and then this is his own normal encounter set. Plus we have the standard expert set plus our obligation right here. So we're gonna go ahead and put all these together and shuffle it up. So let's talk through kind of while we're shuffling, let's talk through the Infinity Gauntlet because that was part of it. So it is a permanent setup card. This is the first time I think this is the first time a card like this was ever introduced. It's kind of like a modular set that affects the game from turn 1, which I'm a big fan of these because it's really a way to bump up the difficulty in some of the easier scenarios. Now, I don't know if I'd call Thanos an easy scenario, but it is what it is. So what it does is, as a force response, after the attached villain activates, you resolve the special ability of each Infinity Stone in play. Otherwise, basically, so if there's any Infinity Stones in play, we activate their abilities. If there isn't an Infinity Stone in play, we put the top card of the Infinity Stone deck, which is represented right here, into play. Now, you're probably wondering why Thanos' helmet and Sanctuary aren't getting shuffled in. Well, you will see really closely. Technically, you should shuffle them in and then do it the other way, but in terms of how it actually works out when you're playing the game, it's not a big change. So we'd flip this over, and it says, when revealed, we put the top card of the Infinity Stone deck into play. So let's go ahead and shuffle these up. And we'll probably just roll a dice here to see which one starts. I think there's 6, right? Or is there 5? 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's 5. Can't even remember. Okay, let's just roll a dice. 2. So this will be the one that starts in play. The Mind Stone. So this one says, as a special, you are confused. If you are already confused, discard one card at random from your hand. Place this card in the Infinity Stone deck. Discard pile. I think we'll just put... I'm trying to find space for all of this. I think we'll put the encounter deck over here. We kind of mess around every time we do Marvel Rewind, but I think this makes the most sense. Keep the Infinity Stones kind of in a line over here. And then also... And it says, also search the encounter deck for the Sanctuary side scheme and reveal it. So this is the Sanctuary side scheme. It comes with 3 threat and hinder 1 per player, so 4. And it says Thanos cannot take damage as an effect. And when defeated, each player can spend up to 3 fist resources from their hand. Deal 2 damage to Thanos for each fist resource spent. And this damage ignores the tough status card. Speaking of, Thanos starts with a tough, and he also has Stalwart, which is, I think, the first time a villain in this game, again, has permanent Stalwart. I think Nebula was able to get it off of one of her upgrades. But essentially, Stalwart says they can't be stunned or confused at all. It's not like Steady where they take 2. They just cannot be stunned or confused. And that's kind of like the end of that, which is, it's a bit interesting. And it's a really good balancing factor because in solo specifically, stuns and confuses are really strong. I don't know if I don't know if I'll say it's a good balancing factor, but it is a balancing factor to kind of rein in the power of status cards, and Thanos does have it. He also has a 1 revealed on his own on his own hero card. So he's a 2-3 stat line, but with the Infinity Gauntlet, it's basically a 3-4. He also has a 1 revealed search scene counter deck and discard pile for Thanos' helmet and reveal it. So this will go right here. Attach to Thanos, it gives him retaliate 1. And then after we make a basic attack against him, we'll spend a mental and a physical to discard this card. He also has a force response. When the Infinity Stone deck runs out of cards, he gets an extra boost card. So that was a ton of stuff. So we are playing Captain Marvel today. We will talk through kind of what she does while we're playing the game. But essentially, she has a lot of high resources, which makes her... She has a really good economy and card draw, which makes her really good for cycling and paying for kind of expensive cards and allies to keep on the board, which is why we're going Avengers. Also because Avengers is really thematic, and there was a ton of Avengers support in this box, specifically from Spectrum's pre-con deck. So we'll probably cut to our winning attempt here, where we'll shuffle up and then start playing some games. So I'll see you there. All right, let's go ahead and get shuffled up here. So like I was talking about before that bit of a break, Captain Marvel is kind of crazy. So this is obviously a core box hero, but I think they were still tuning some things out with her. So as a commander, she has an action on her alter ego that says choose a player to draw a card limit once per round. So she has a 6 hand size, 4 recovery, 12 health. So basically she starts the game with 7 cards in hand. In addition to that, she has 2 identity specific resources. I think they're called energy absorption, that have 3 energy resources listed on them. So she has 2 triple resources. So she gets an extra card every time she flips down to alter ego from the hand size and also from her action. She also gets triple resources to be able to draw and whatnot. So it's just, there's a lot of really good things working for her. And then also on her hero, she has more cycling and card draw because she has a rechannel ability, which is an action. You can spend an energy resource to heal 1 damage from Captain Marvel and draw 1 card. So basically every single one of your energy resource cards turn into 1 healing and a cycle, which is just really efficient and good for her. So we're just going to keep shuffling up here, and then we're going to go ahead and draw up those 6 cards. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so we have energy absorption here, which is really good. We have both of our cosmic flights, which I don't really care about very much. 3/4 is nice, but I don't think we need it right now. I think we'll just keep all our resources and we'll just draw up 4 cards here and see what we can get. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So we're going to start off by using our commander action. We're going to choose a player to draw a card. We drew into Crisis Interdiction. Okay. So I think we want to get some allies down here. I think we're okay. We're going to get confused instantly. But I think that's okay. So we have this one, team training. So I think we want to play Kalu first, because then it'll let us play the rest of our hand pretty simply. So let's go ahead and play the Power of Leadership to play down Kalu here. After he enters place, there's the top 5 cards of their deck for an event and add it to our hand. So we're looking for an event here. Let's go ahead and add an Avengers Assemble to our hand because we don't actually need that right now. And then we're going to shuffle up. So we'll have Kalu here. And then what else do we want to do? We probably will just end up flipping up here and probably just face tanking this attack. Then what we want to do, spend this triple resource here to get down Mighty Avengers. So it is a team card, and there was a new one from this box. Player or any players control max 1 team card per player. If your characters has the Avengers trait, each ally you control gets +1 attack and thwart, which is really good for us. This gives us +1 defense. I don't really care about any of these cards in our hand, so I'm just going to spend these 2 resources to get down a team training. So each ally I control has 1 extra hit point, which is going to be really good for us. We're going to flip up here. That will go ahead and activate our Mighty Avengers. We're going to thwart for 2 and then thwart for 2 again. Oh, I guess we should spend these 2 resources instead so we can have a fist here. So we're going to clear off Sanctuary, and we will spend a resource here to deal 2 damage to Thanos. That's going to go ahead and deal 2 to him. Oh, I forgot to put his health on here. Starts at 23, but he'll go down to 21. And it says this damage ignores the tough, which means the tough will stay on, but this will also go into the victory display. And that's going to be it for us. We're just going to ready up here. So we don't actually want to block with Kalu if we can help it, because we would rather get another all of his activations out before that. So we're going to drop 5 here, and that's going to be back to Thanos, Squirrel Girl, Captain America. Okay. Got some interesting cards here. This is going to go up by 1. Then what's going to happen, Thanos is going to attack us for a base of 4. We're just going to face tank this one. Just 4 damage here. That's going to bring us down to 8. Then this is going to resolve the Infinity Stone here, which is the Mind Stone. You are confused. So we're going to be confused here. Now we have 1 encounter card to deal with. The Mad Titan. When revealed, put the top card of the Infinity Stone deck into play, which is going to be the Space Stone, which is going to give us a minion here. Okay, that's back to us. So we have a confuse on us here, but we probably want to just get down some allies. So what do we want to do? We want to keep setting up for sure. I think we'd probably also just want to flip down. So maybe we don't play Falcon. Maybe it's a Squirrel Girl. We play Squirrel Girl and then we attack. We can get rid of his Retaliate too. So let's try doing that. Let's go ahead and spend these 2 resources to play down a Squirrel Girl here. After she enters play, deal 1 damage to each enemy. We're gonna go ahead and ping this tough off. Since we have all of us are Avengers, we have our Mighty Avengers still active. We're going to go ahead and attack with Captain Marvel here and do this hero action. After we make a basic attack, spend a fist and an energy here to get rid of his helmet. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that helmet. And we're going to go ahead and end up taking a damage down to 7 because of the Retaliate. But then that's going to be 2 damage onto Thanos here. So bring him down to 19 health, which is good. We're already making some progress here. We're probably just going to want to keep using our activations. We can do damage or we can thwart here. I think we'll attack for 2 and then thwart off of this. So he'll have 2, but since we have the team training, we do have an extra use out of him. And then Squirrel Girl will do that. Then we're just going to flip down and ready up. So we're drawing up 6 cards here. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Tonic Blast, Queen Carrier, Avengers Tower. Okay, just some good cards we've got. So it's going to go up by 1. Thanos is going to scheme for base of 3 here. Just 3 up to 4. Both of the advances are gone, which is super good. That's going to resolve the Space Stone, though. So we're going to discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a minion is discarded and put them into play. Okay, we're looking for a minion. We've got Ebony Maw here who comes in. And we've got 1 encounter card to deal with. Master Plan. So we're going to mill until we find a side scheme here. Okay, we've got Tribute. The player who defeated this gets a face down encounter card. It's going to come in with 2 per player threat. That's back to us. Okay, so Thanos did put a couple things on the board here. But I think we should be okay. We're going to use our commander action to draw a card. We drew into energy absorption, which is super good here. So I think we do want to take the extra encounter card. The question is, do I need to thwart or can I just heal here? If I wanted to spend my action... I think I want to heal probably. So we're going to heal for 4. Oh, I guess I could still. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Bring us up to 11 out of 12. We're going to flip back up. So now we activated our Mighty Avengers once again. We're going to do probably a Photonic Blast here. So we're going to do 5 damage to Ebony Maw. And since we spent this using an energy, we can draw a card. Drew into an energy channel, so he's going to have 5 damage onto him. What do we want to do? I think we just want to do some more setup here, so... Or we can just play down Kalu again, which is probably even better. We're going to have Kalu Thwart for 2. That's going to clear Tribute, and we're going to get a face-down encounter card. We're going to have Squirrel Girl swing. That's going to knock out Ebony Maw. The Kalu is defeated from consequential damage here. And then get that encounter card. I think what we want to do... Get down a Quinn Carrier. Because it's just really good for us. It gives us a card draw. So I think we'll do that. Let's spend these 3 resources to get down a Quinn Carrier because we have the Avengers trait. It's pretty good for us. We could... We could get down an Avengers Tower, which is going to keep discounting our allies, which might be better long term. But I think we need to get some tempo on the board. So I think what I'll start with is I'll do a Quinn Carrier. We will heal a damage using our action and draw a card. Okay. That makes things interesting. We'll do a make the call here so we can play Kalu, spending this double resource. So we'll put Kalu into play, and we'll look at the top 5 of our cards of our deck for an event, then add one to our hand. Do we even want to do that? Yeah, because then we can play the Avengers Tower. So let's add Photonic Blast, shuffle these back in. Okay. Shuffling up here. Okay, what do we want to do? Then we're going to spend these 2 resources to get down an Avengers Tower. So we are really set up to get some allies, you know, on the board out here doing things. We're going to have Kalu go ahead and thwart for 2. Bring this down. He's going to take a consequential. And we're just going to ready up here. Yeah, let's ready everything up. We're still confused here, but I think we should be okay. We've got 5 here. White Tiger is really good. Alpha Flight Station is super good, so... Yeah, hopefully we can have some good stuff coming. Alright, this is looking like a mess over on this side. Let's see if we can create a little bit of space here. Okay. Thanos is going to put 1 on the main up to 3. He's going to activate against us. For base of 4, we're going to block this with Squirrel Girl. It's 4, 5 here. Squirrel Girl is defeated. Then what we're going to do is... He's going to flip a stone here because he activated, so it's the Power Stone, which is you are stunned. We have 2 encounter cards to deal with. Here's the first one. Deviant Syndrome, Insight 1. Give Thanos a tough status card, which is not terrible. And then next one, Proxima Midnight. Her attacks gain Piercing, and she just comes into play. Okay, that's back to us. Alright, so we definitely have choices to make here. I think we're going to start with the Avengers Tower, so we're going to reduce the cost of the next Avenger ally played by 1, and this double resource to get down White Tiger. After White Tiger enters play from my hand, we can draw X card equal to his stage number, so it's 2 right now. We're into Ant-Man and Stinger here. Okay. Now what we'll do is we want to knock out Proxima here, so I think we will just... how many cards are left in deck? It's pretty important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we have 10 left, so we're not decking out this turn, but we will next turn. We want to make use of our Avengers Tower before we flip down, or do we even need to flip down is a question. I mean, I would like to. We know 2 advances are gone, so... and then we'd get an Alpha Flight Station, so... yeah, that'd be really good. So what I think we want to do is... We want to knock out Proxima, so yeah, that will swing for 3 and then 2, because Mighty Avengers, that's going to knock out Proxima, dealing 5 damage. Kalu's going to go up to 2 damage. White Tiger's going to have 1. Then what do we want to do? We can't heal off of Rechannel because we're at full health. I'm seeing if I want to just play Stinger down and get some 2 thwarting. Or maybe we just play Power Man and get 3 thwarting. Or we play Ant-Man. He can get a maximum of 4 pin counters on him, which is good. I think Ant-Man might be the best here. He's going to be a consistent card for us. And then we just get down the Alpha Flight. Yeah, let's probably just do that. Let's spend 3 resources here. Get down Ant-Man. So he's going to have 3 pin counters on him. So Ant-Man's going to be weird. We're going to have to actually count down. Wait, let's put the 3 counters on him like this. And then we'll denote his damage in a different way. When he enters play, place 1 pin counter on him. To maximum of 4 for each resource you overpaid. So we overpaid 3 resources. So he's an Avengers. We're all Avengers. So we'll have him just thwart for 3 off of the main here. I think we're just going to thwart to break our confuse. Because just in the case. We're going to flip down here. Let's use our commander action to draw a card. And then let's just use the Quinn Carrier to get down Alpha Flight Station. And we'll probably just keep this card in our hand. And we'll just ready up here. The Ant-Man should have a consequential here. All right. That is back to Thanos. We're going to ready up and draw up here 5 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Got an Avengers Mansion. We've got a Helicarrier. So we have things we can definitely do here. Cool. I think we have we spent all of our doubles and our triples, I think. Right? Yes, that's 1 triple. And then we had 1 at the beginning. So we don't have any other resource help. So anything we want to play right now has to, we actually have to pay for it, which is something that Captain Marvel isn't usually used to because of how efficient she is. It's going to go up to 2. He's going to thwart scheme against us for base of 3, 4, 5. So this is going to go up to 7. And then this is going to resolve the Power Stone, so we are stunned. So that's going to stun us here. And now we have 1 encounter card to deal with. Super Giant with Quick Strike. We are an alter ego, so that doesn't affect us. Okay, that's back to us. So what do we want to do here? We want to make good use of our allies for sure. So we're going to start off with our commander action to draw a card. We drew in the Spider Woman. Who, she has good stats. Probably just better stats than US Agent, but US Agent has so many more activations he can use for us. He'd be like a really consistent member of the team here. So what I think I want to do is, maybe we get down an Avengers here, and then we just play down US Agent. Yeah, I think that's going to be our play. So let's do that. So we're going to have Kalu go ahead and I think we'll just do the same thing we did for the last 5 health minion. We're just going to have Kalu swing for 2 and then White Tiger swing for 3. Just knock out Super Giant here. Super Giant is defeated. Then what we want to do... Alpha Flight we probably want to do 2. We don't need out Crisis Interdiction, so let's exhaust this. Discard this card and draw 2 cards. Drew the Wonder Man and Avengers Assemble. Okay. So now what we'll do... Is there a way we can play Avengers and Helicarrier this turn? Let's keep these to the side. Oh wait, technically I would have had to have... So I would have drawn the cards and I would have flipped up first. Just so that Mighty Avengers buff actually goes off. Then we're gonna do... I think we just, I don't think we have enough to play everything, which is fine. I think what we'll do then is, maybe, we'll keep Wonder Man, maybe, just in case. We will spend these 4 resources here, get down an Avengers Mansion. Let's go ahead and exhaust that to just draw a card. But we drew in a Nick Fury here. That's going to give us an encounter card. And also shuffle up our deck. So maybe we just change that and play down Nick Fury. That'll break our kind of Mighty Avengers here, but it'll also give us a block and some tempo for this turn where he's hitting 2 encounter cards on us. That could be pretty good. So, We will do shuffling up here. We'd still need to thwart a bit as well, so Nick Fury though is just super efficient here. He can get us more cards. Now I think we'll save Nick for next turn. So what we'll do instead, I think, is oh wait, I think we can play two allies. I think we can play Wonder Man and US Agent. So maybe we just get rid of Nick Fury here. So if we go Quinn Carrier and then one resource here, we can play down Wonder Man. Then we could also do, since all of my allies are Avengers, we have a 4 ally limit. We can exhaust it, reduce the cost by 1. Power of leadership for US Agent here. That's really good. So now we have all these allies on the board. And I think we're just going to start, maybe we have US Agent break this tough, or maybe he can just defend for us. Nah, we're going to have him break the tough here. So he's going to take a consequential. And then we're going to have Wonder Man thwart for 2, and then Ant-Man's going to thwart for 3. So we're just going to say that, you know, he thwarted. So 2 plus 3, that's 5 thwart. So it's going to go from 7 down to 2. And yeah, we have a super good board set up right now. And it's just, you know, we're just really ready and able to handle what's coming for us. We're just going to have, you know, Captain Marvel. We're going to thwart for 2, just drop the main all the way down to 0, and we're just going to ready up. So as you can see, Avengers leadership is just extremely strong, and Captain Marvel has all of the economy in the world to help her pay for these cards. So yeah, this is crazy. Okay, we're getting some of our Captain Marvel specific cards here, so maybe we can start powering up an energy channel if we just have resources to spend. All right, this is going to go to Thanos. It's going to go up by 1. He's going to attack us for a base of 4. We will have White Tiger block this. So that's a 4. Discard an ally or support you control. So that's going to knock out White Tiger. And then we have to do the boost to discard an ally or support we control. It's probably going to have to be an ally, right? So I would say probably get rid of Wonder Man here, which is a bit unfortunate. But, you know, that is why we set them up. That's going to flip a stone here, which is the time stone. This is the one that's all about scheme, so we want to keep that main low. Now we have 2 encounter cards to deal with. Let's see, the first one is Assault. It says the villain attacks you. I think I'm just going to face tank this one. Yeah, I don't really want to use my allies. They have good stats here, so let's face tank this. That's 4, 5, 6 damage here. It's going to bring us down to 6. It's going to resolve this stone here. Discard the top 4 cards of my deck. For every different card type, put threat on the main. So it's 3 events and 1 ally. So we're putting 2 threat on the main here. Get up to 3. Second encounter card, Shadow of the Past. So we had to go ahead and grab our Nemesis set. So let's go ahead and get him. We've got Yon Rog, who comes in with 5. And we also have this Psychic Magnetron side scheme that comes in with 4 threat on it. That 3 is such a small font. I just noticed that. And then we're going to shuffle these 3 cards in. The Surges places threat on the main. So, interesting. I don't like the Surges, but placing 1 threat on the main isn't a huge encounter card by any means. We're going to shuffle all of these into the deck. And that's back to us. That's the thing about Thanos. You think you have like a good thing going against him, and then he just starts flipping cards, Shadow of the Past, double encounters. Like he keeps it close. He does keep it close. All right, that's back to us though. So I think what we want to do is we probably want to play a Photonic Blast. I think so. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna attack to break our stun here. Let's just Avengers Mansion here to draw Spider-Woman. I don't think I really care about... she is an Avenger, though, so I don't think we'll discard her just yet. We'll do a... yeah, we'll spend these 3 resources here. 5 damage to an enemy. Let's just knock out Yon Rog. And then if we used a energy resource, we can draw a card. Drew us into Crisis Interdiction. This could be good if we had the aerial trait, but we do not here. So, I think what we'll do is we'll spend this resource here to heal 1, Spend an energy resource for action to draw a card. Ooh, that's pretty good. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna play down Spider-Woman here using 3 resources. After Spider-Woman enters play, confuse the villain. He's stalwart, so we just can't do anything about that. We really did just play her for the stats. So we kind of have to over-thwart here, but I think that's okay. We'll do... Oh, I guess I didn't necessarily need to do that. I think that's okay, though. I think we will finally, though, get down 1 energy channel, and let's use our action to spend a resource to place a counter here. So we can only have 5 total counters on it, so it'll be at 1 right now. And yeah, we'll just get thwarting. Board control is the name of the game right now, so we will have Spider-Woman. We'll just have her thwart for 3 off the main. And then we'll have US Agent and Ant-Man. He'll have 3 damage on him. US Agent will have 2. Have him thwart for 2, thwart for 3 off of Psyche and Magnetron. And that's it. You know, clearing the board is the name of the game here. We'll probably have Ant-Man kind of block for us, and that'll be pretty good. Spider-Woman will have a consequential on her as well. Cool. We'll just ready up and get drawing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh man, Captain America is gonna be how much? 3 cost. That's a really good ally to get playing here, so that's definitely on the plans for next turn. Cool. So you go up by 1. Thanos is going to attack us. We're gonna have Ant-Man block this, so that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. Discard the top card of the Infinity Stone deck and apply the boost icons to it. So 4, 5. So he's gonna be defeated here. Then after he activates, he's gonna flip this. So there's no cards left in the deck. So what's gonna happen is he's gonna get a face down boost card here because of his forced response. And the specials, discard an ally, upgrade, or support we control, which is, you know, it's a bit nasty, but, you know, we're shuffling up the Infinity Stone deck here. Let's get that good and shuffled. And then he gets a face down boost card. And now we have 1 encounter card to deal with. Assault. The villain attacks you. This is a bit nasty. And we're going to have to discard an ally. I guess we're going into like 0 allies here, which sucks. Ally upgrade or support you control. Man. I don't think we can just take this. He has 2 boost cards. Yeah, we definitely can. Let's just have US Agent block this. It's gonna be a base of 4. Yeah, so it's base of 4. Discard the top card of the Infinity Stone deck. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, oh my gosh, that would have like almost defeated me from full health. 11 damage into US Agent here. He's defeated. That's going to resolve the Reality Stone, which says discard an ally, upgrade, or support you control. We could get rid of the energy channel. Let me think through this hand. I still like Cap. I think he's super good. If we do these 2 for him, or if we go like this and this. And if we get rid of the energy, I mean, the energy channel, I don't think we're even putting any. Let's get rid of the energy channel. That's an upgrade. It only had 1 on it. That's okay. And that's back to us. Okay. Right? I was supposed to get, yeah, we hit assault. That makes sense. Okay, that's back to us. Yeah, because we probably want to heal here. So we have 2 Avengers characters. So let's go ahead and do Avengers Tower to reduce the cost of the next Avenger ally. This is, so it's reduced by 1. Also, it says reduce the cost to play Captain America for each Avenger character you control, which is 2. So he's a 4 cost. This is going to make him a 3 cost. And then this is 3 resources here to go ahead and play down Captain America. Now, this is a crazy strong ally. He has toughness. He has 4 health. And he has 2 thwart and 2 attack. So he gets that Avengers, Avengers synergy buff here from Captain Marvel. So we're just going to go ahead and have him... I'm going to say swing for 3 onto Thanos here. That's going to break his tough status. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to have Spider-Woman also just swing for 3 here. 1, 2, 3. Bring him down to 13 health. Spider-Woman, and then this tough will be broken. So it's really good for us. What do we want to do? We're going to do Avengers Mansion here to draw a card. make the call. We could play Nick Fury, I think, but I don't really know if we need to. I'd rather just get another beefy Avengers ally. So let's go ahead and spend a Quinn carrier and these two resources here. Let's go ahead and play Falcon. When he enters play, look at the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. For each treachery looked at this way, remove 1 threat from a scheme. So we can remove up to 2 threat. So that's going to go like that. So what his encounter card is going to be give him a tough status, an insight 1. This is a super easy turn to flip down, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We're not decking out or anything, and then we know it's a 2 boost the turn after. So yeah, this is really good for us. We're going to have Falcon go ahead and swing for 3 because of the Mighty Avengers buff. So that's down to 10 health. And it should just be, you know, like going through the motions here at this point in the game. So we're going to flip down. And we're also going to heal up 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring us up to 11. We're going to do our commander ability to draw a card. Let's do Alpha's Flight Station, discard a card, and then draw 2 more. Because we're Carol Danvers. Power Man and Energy. I think I'm chill with keeping this, so we'll just keep these 2 cards in our hand. Yeah, we don't really have an energy channel to spend this energy for, so we'll just ready up. Okay, ready all of these up and drop 4 more cards. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Cool. We might have a really big Avengers Assemble turn if we wanted to. Power Man, I mean, we could get a ton of damage and stuff this turn, but he's going to get his armor, which is going to be really annoying. So we're going to ready up. It's going to go up by 1. Thanos is going to scheme for a base of 3. Plus 1 is 4. It's going to bring it up to 5. He's going to flip a stone here, which is the Space Stone. We have 1 encounter card. It's just going to give him a tough and insight 1. So he's going to get a tough status here, and that's back to us. Okay. So what do we want to do? Scroll Girl would be huge, but we kept getting rid of Make the Call just to get rid of this tough status. Right, I think she's in our discard, unless she isn't. No, she is not. Interesting. Let's go ahead and use our commander ability, though. We're going to draw a card. Okay, we found an energy channel, which is good. That's skewed an Avengers Mansion. Let's draw a card. How many we have left? 2, 3, 4, 5. We want to do optimal things here. So how does that manifest for us? I don't think we want Crisis Interdiction, so we'll just trash that card to draw 2 more. Draw on the crew quarters. So Scroll Girl is like one of the last 3 cards left in our deck. I could try keep searching for it if I wanted to get rid of it when I flip up, which I probably will just to heal up to full. So I don't think we have anything else to do in Alter Ego. Let's go ahead and flip up. Let's use our rechannel here. Let's spend a resource to heal 1 and draw a card. Put you into our triple resource. Okay, so what do we want to do? I could start stacking up an energy channel and put 3 counters on it. We're gonna get a minion here. We have so many cards to work with. Yeah, it's just kind of like a so many options type deal. I like Power Man more than Kalu. I think I do. I think we'll do this plus double to get down a helicarrier, just so we can have all of our economy support on the table. So I'm not like really in a rush to push him, I guess. I'll have Spider-Woman thwart for 3. She's gonna get defeated through consequential. Let's just drop this down to 3. I mean, I think we just keep the Avengers Assemble in hand and then just get him really low to try and do a big push this next turn. So we could do This would completely fill the energy channel. I don't know if I have events left in my deck. So I think we want to play this for sure. I think we want to play both of the allies too, so let's just do... do helicarrier and crew quarters. For Kalu, we're going to look for an event. We do not have one. It's just Squirrel Girl and Mighty Avengers. Which is fine. So I think what we want to do then is let's go ahead and spend Avengers Tower and this double energy to play down Power Man. He comes into play with 2 chi counters. Then we want to do... We're going to spend these 3 on energy absorption to put 3 counters on energy channel. Give us a good burst of 10 damage, probably next turn. We're at full health here. We're just gonna have Power Man swing for... Oh, we don't want him to attack. He takes 2 consequential. I don't even think I want to attack with him yet. We're just gonna have... Oh no, we can have him thwart though. So we're gonna have Kalu attack and break this tough. We're gonna have Power Man go ahead and thwart here for 1. And he's gonna have a consequential on him. Sorry, he's gonna thwart for 2 because we have Mighty Avengers active. We're gonna have Falcon and Captain America. We're gonna have him swing for 6 damage here on a Thanos. We're swinging for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down to 4. And we know that it's a 2 boost coming up. So he's going to be hitting for 6. So I think Captain Marvel can probably just end up taking this damage. We're going to just swing for 2 more, I think. 1, 2, bring him down to 2 health. And I guess the goal is a big Mighty Avengers push next turn. So let's see, or sorry, Avengers Assemble push next turn. So let's see if we can do that. But we do have a couple of encounter cards coming up. Kalu should have a consequential. So we're just going to see how it goes. All right. We're going to do this. Oh, but if he hits an Avatar of Death, we might be cooked. So yeah, we probably need to have our allies defend it regardless. But that's fine. Okay, I'm going to ready everything up here. So it's 1, 2 here. So we have Squirrel Girl, Mighty Avengers. Shuffle up, and we're getting an encounter card. So we can go up to 2. Okay, Avatar of Death could really get us here. So we do just want to be cognizant. Captain America does have 3 health for us to use. Power Man has 2. Yeah, we want Kalu to block this as much as I'd like him to get another activation out. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, and then 4 and 5. Oh my, that is an insane shuffle. I mean, y'all saw me shuffle that, but okay, let's see what we can do here. It's gonna go up to 2. Thanos gonna attack. We're gonna say we're blocking with Kalu, so I think this should be 6 damage, right? Oh no, we got hit with our obligation. Okay. If the villain is making undefended attack, place 1 threat on the main. He is not. So that's just 4 damage here. Right. Our encounter card is our obligation. I completely forgot about that, which isn't the end of the world. Because we actually get to use our all of our alter ego supports, just crazy. So yeah, he's defeated. Then we're gonna resolve the Space Stone. We're discarding cards until a minion is discarded. Put them into play. So there should be, yeah, I was like, I think Black Dwarf is the only one left. Oh, he's gonna attack us. Yeah, I'll just take, I take 3 here. Yeah, I'll take 3. I'll just take the 3 damage from him. Oh wait, no, I won't. Wait, yes, I will, because then I won't get a flip down and exhaust to remove the obligation. 2 encounter cards here. So even if he hits Avatar of Death, I should be fine. First one, Family Obligations. We're going to flip to Carol Danvers Exhaust and remove it from the game, which is more of a buff than it was a hindrance. And the Mad Titan, put the top card of the Infinity on deck into play. Okay, that's back to us. So we have so many things to take advantage of here. Let's use our commander first to draw a card. Then we're going to do our commander action to draw. Then we're going to do Mighty Avengers. We're going to discard for Alpha's Flight Station and draw 2 cards. Doing a Nick Fury. We actually don't want to play him, unironically. So I think that's fine. I think we're just going to end up flipping up here. Let's just Avengers for good measure. Let's see what we draw into. Power of Leadership. So it's good to get down to Squirrel Girl. Cool. All right, I think that's that. So I think we're just going to flip up. We want Squirrel Girl to ping the tough off when he goes to phase 2. So to start it off, let's just have Falcon swing for... Yeah, just have him swing for 3. Let's go ahead and knock Thanos into stage 3. So we're going to find his armor here. He's going to come in with toughness, I'm pretty sure. So he has tough, and then we need... search his deck and discard power for his armor. I really hope it says he takes 1 less damage from attacks and not from... He takes 1 less damage in general, because then Squirrel Girl won't really have a... Okay, the armor is still in the deck, which is crazy. I thought we must have milled it by now. Okay, so his armor, when Thanos will take any amount of... Oh no, reduce that amount by 1. That's what I didn't want to see. Okay, that's fine. In that case, it's not a huge deal. It's just annoying because we can't really do anything about this because I have to spend resources when I make a basic attack. Which, yeah, is just kind of annoying. I think we'll just play Squirrel Girl anyways. So we'll go Power of Leadership here for Squirrel Girl. We'll deal 1 to everyone. That doesn't break his tough, but it does deal 1 to this guy. Then I think we'll just do a Photonic Blast. We'll deal 5 to Black Dwarf. And we'll draw a card. So we're just dealing 5 just to knock him out in case we don't get it. I don't think there's any reason to. I think we definitely have the kill this turn. We're going to have Squirrel Girl. Yeah, let's just have everyone swing on him with his armor. She's going to swing for 2, but it gets reduced by 1. But that's still enough to break the tough. Also, I think he has 28 health. 28. Cool. We're going to have Cap. I mean, all it does is cancel our Mighty Avengers buff, right? So we're going to have Cap go ahead and swing here for 2. Bring him down to 26. We're going to have a Power Man go ahead and swing here. Oh, he gets +2 until the end of the phase. We're going to discard 2 chi counters from him. So he's going to go up to 4 attack, 5 with Mighty Avengers, but -1 from the armor. So he's going to just deal 4 damage to him. Bring him from 26 down to 22. And he's going to take 2 consequential, but because of our team training, he is still alive. Also, Squirrel is going to have a consequential. So we are all rested here, which means it's the perfect time for the Avengers to assemble. We do Helicarrier Avengers assemble using our energy absorption. We're going to max 1 per round. Ready each Avenger character you control. Until the end of this phase, each of them gets +1 attack and thwart. So all of us are going to be ready back up here, which is really good. Then what do we want to do? We want to do an energy channel here. Sorry, we want to use our rechannel action. That's going to heal us up to 10. And we get to draw a card. I'm trying to make the call. Is it worth... Can we even get rid of his armor? I don't think we can anymore, but I think that's okay. So Falcon has 3. He has 4 attack right now, but it's being reduced by 1, so we're going to swing on him for 3. It's going to bring him from 22 down to 19. Falcon's going to be defeated. Then we have Captain America, who's at 4, but it's going to be reduced by 3. He's going to have him swing. Bring him down to 16. Squirrel Girl is super buffed. She has 1 from Mighty Avengers and 1 from Avengers Assemble. So she's going to swing for 3, reduced by 1. So just 2 damage here. Down to 14. Then Power Man is super buffed up right now. So he has 4 attack from the 2 chi counters he spent. Plus he has one from My Avengers. Plus he has one from Avengers Assemble. So he's swinging for 6. It's going to be reduced by 1 down to 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down to 9. And he's going to be defeated through consequential damage. Then what do we want to do? I think it's just the energy channel to get the game, right? Yeah, that's what it looks like. Oh, I also didn't even reduce Squirrel Girl's cost for Avengers Tower, so we would have had 1 extra card in our hand. We're going to have Captain Marvel swing for 3 here, but it's going to be reduced by 1 from the armor down to 7. And then we're just going to, I mean, there's no reason to beat around the bush. Let's spend 2 resources here for an action. Put X counters on energy channel. We're putting 2 more up to 5. We can use our hero action attack. Discard energy channel and deal 2 damage to an enemy to a maximum of 10 for each energy counter here. So we're spending all 5 counters. They do 2 damage each. That's going to bring Thanos all the way from 7 down to 0. We technically dealt 9 damage with it, but yeah, we just completely ignored his armor. That was insane. That was a ton of fun. That was basically the full power of the Avengers taking down Thanos. Didn't even care about his armor. Didn't even play Nick Fury. I guess we could have just not even included him in the deck. That was absolutely insane. You know, what a game, basically. So I'll go ahead and see you guys for the deck list. Okay, so here we are with the deck list now. I don't know what else there really is to say much about this kind of game here today. Captain Marvel is insanely strong, and I knew this when I was revisiting her, and it has been a long time since I played her, but wow, as a much better player than I was when I originally did. The rechannel action, just both of her actions, our hero cards, are insane, and especially she doesn't have like weak stats or anything to compensate for that fact. They're both extremely good, but she has a 2-2-1 stat line, which can be a 2-2-3 if you actually want to build into her helmet and put one of her aerial cards down on the board. But she doesn't even have to because she has so much economy. She has so many resources. You can just play the allies. You can play all the upgrades. You can do literally everything. That is the power of money and being resource rich in this game. It kind of made Thanos look like a bit of a joke, I won't lie. We're looking at it specifically what makes her hero kit so strong. She has these 2 triple energy resources. They're just able to pay for anything. There's no restrictions on it. This is her helmet here, which again gives her +1 defense or +2 if she has the aerial. She gets the aerials from these cosmic flights, which give her the trait. And also when she would take any amount of damage, you can discard, prevent 3 of that damage. So it's kind of like a, you know, a little bit of a safety net just in case there's some overkill or attacks get through. Now, her actual events are super efficient. Photonic Blast does end up being a 2 for 5 if you spend an energy resource, so it's not too bad. But like, yes, this one, her thwart event has long been known 2 for 2 threat removal is really bad. If you have aerial, it's 2 for 2 and then 2 somewhere else, which is not terrible. Spider-Woman is an insanely good ally, which if we weren't playing against a stalwart villain, you would have really seen that as well, because she gives you a confuse on the villain, which lets you flip down, take advantage of Alpha Flight Station, take advantage of that commander ability, and it's just so good. We're looking at the deck list we actually made around her. There's nothing special here. She has so much money. I was wanting to play leadership. I wanted to play Avengers, and I wanted to go for an Avengers Assemble endgame push, and we were able to do that. It was so cool. It was a ton of fun. So let's talk about it. Starting with the basics, we're on the 3 basic energy resources here: Energy, Genius, and Strength. They're just classic. You're going to include them in basically every deck. Let's look at our upgrades and supports for our basic here. So we're on 1 crew core. This one might seem a bit interesting. It might be more at home, maybe in a multiplayer deck, but she likes going alter ego, but she doesn't really care. Like, her basic activation is good. 2 thwart and 2 attack is versatile. You'd rather not spend that on healing, but another reason why you don't want to heal is because you can constantly cycle cards with rechannel, so it's actually a good idea to kind of stay underneath your maximum health pool. A card that comes later in the card pool called Clarity of Purpose was basically made so she always has that card online that turns into taking a damage to draw a card. It's insanely good on her, makes her even better than she already is. But that's not in the card pool at the time. So crew quarters is kind of like this midway healing up. When you get a flip down, you can heal 2 in total, kind of modulate your HP a little bit so you can always have that rechannel up just in case you need to cycle a card. We're on Avengers Tower here because we're completely Avenger tribal besides Nick Fury, who didn't see the board once in the game. Which is if each of your allies have the Avenger trait, increase your ally limit by 1, and exhaust Avengers Tower. as an action, so it's not a hero action, to reduce the cost of the next Avenger ally played by 1. We're on Quinn carry here. It's extremely good because of her rechannel ability, and just she loves the energy resources. Play on if your identity is the Avenger trait, you can exhaust it to generate a wild. Helicarrier is a classic, and so is Avengers Mansion. We're on Nick Fury here just in case we needed a big tempo player to draw some cards, but as you saw from the gameplay, she just didn't need that at all. He never hit the board, and that's that. Just double checking here. Yeah, I was trying to see if there was any way I could have messing up the Avengers, Mighty Avengers tribal. All of these are Avengers traded. Spider-Woman is Avengers traded, and I know that Nick Fury never hit the board, so hopefully on that end there was no misplays. Moving on to the leadership side of things, we're on the 2 power of leadership. Does she really need the economy help? Not really, but I was looking at the cost of all the allies we were playing, and a good majority of them were 2 or over, plus Mighty Avengers and team training. It just made sense. Plus it combos well with Make the Call because you can play their printed cost and it'll generate 2 resources. Speaking of, moving to the events, we're on triple Make the Call, one of the most insane cards in the game. If we're playing leadership, I'm not going to limit myself. We're going to play the 3 copies. Depending on the leadership deck, you don't always want it at 3, but for this one you definitely do. Just gives you a ton of options. We're on 2 Avengers Assemble. This card is awesome. I've never really found a hero to just make it work or make it feel like it worked really well. Yeah, this completely changed that. This card was absolutely insane. You saw at the end game how much damage you were able to do. And speaking of how many attacks we did like 4 attacks, and then we did like 4 more, and he was reducing them all by 1. So it would have been 8 more damage we did to him had he not had his armor. It's just insanely good. You ready each Avenger character you control, which includes your hero. Each Avenger character in play gets +1 thwart in attack. So, you know, that combos, you want to know what that combos extremely well with the Mighty Avengers team card. We're going to skip over team training for now. This is the first team card I think that was introduced in the game. Actually, I think Guardians of the Galaxy was the first one. Now I'm thinking about it. But this was the Avengers team card, which says you can play under any player's control, but only 1 team card per player. If each of your characters has the Avenger trait, each ally you control gets +1 thwart in attack. And you saw how efficient that was in this game. We got it out turn 1, and the amount of board control my allies were able to produce just for me not using them as chump blockers, but to just deal with the minions or the thwarting or anything. It was just so good, so strong, and it was really let us able to flip up and down. I mean, he has a 12 threat threshold on the main scheme, so we could usually do that anyways, but absolutely crazy, a ton of fun. 1 copy of team training, maybe bump it to 2. It just gets us more uses out of our allies. You know, we look at some of these lower health allies like Stinger, you know, White Tiger, and like Kalu. Turning 2 activations into 3 activations is super good, especially when we're bumping their attack and thwart by 1. So if we're playing White Tiger by herself, she does 2 thwarting to attack, 4 thwarting for attack, or 2 thwarting to attack plus a block normally. If we have Mighty Avengers, that could turn from 2 thwarting and a block into 6 thwarting and a block, or 9 thwarting. It's just absolutely crazy how strong that team card is, especially if you're leaning into allies and leadership, which most people tend to do. These are not sorted by cost, but let's just talk about our Avengers picks here. Ant-Man is just really versatile. We can overpay for his cost because he only costs 0, and he gets health for each for each card we overpay for him. So he came in with 3 when we played him. He got an extra health from team training, which gave him 4 activations. Falcon's a classic here. When he enters play, we can kind of look at the top of the encounter deck and see if we have a safe flip down or not. Plus, he removes some threat from his scheme, but he's also 2/2 with 3 health, bumped up to 4 team training. Ton of value here. Power Man was really fun, especially pushing for game here. He enters play with 2 counters. As an action, you can discard any number of counters from him. He gets +2 attack for each one he discarded until the end of the phase. So on that final push, we discarded 2 from him. That instantly bumped him up to 4 attack, +5 with Mighty Avengers. Avengers Assemble, restand him, +1, 6 attack. Super good, super crazy, especially in a deck like this. Squirrel Girl is just a classic Avengers ally. She pings 1 damage to each enemy. It's really good at breaking toughs, dealing with some minions on the board, and she gets all those buffed goodies from Mighty Avengers and team training. This was the one really fun card I kind of introduced in the deck. Captain America here, we have 2 thwart, 2 attack, and toughness. Reduce the cost of a Captain America for each Avenger character you control. You know, that includes your hero. So on the turn we were going to play him, I think he would have cost like 2 or 3, but Thanos hit a couple of, boosts that removed our allies and whatnot. So we ended up playing him for 4. He was still really good. He comes in with a tough. If we're doing this Mighty Avengers team training things, he has 3 thwart or 3 attack for 5, 6 uses technically because of the toughness. Yeah, that's just super good. A U.S. agent here, we have John Walker. He's just got 5 health and Retaliate 1. If we're doing Mighty's Avengers, I mean, this is literally 10 thwarting or 10 attack if you don't use him to block. Got White Tiger here, which is a classic, especially if we're playing Expert. When she enters play from your hand, you draw X cards, where X is equal to the villain's stage number. Since Expert starts on 2, you play her, she instantly refunds you 2 cards. If you're on stage 3, she draws you 3 cards, super good. Singers is a super cheap ally we can get down, and she doesn't count towards our ally limit. Wonder Man, he's got 3 attack, but you have to discard a card to attack with him. With with a Mighty Avengers, he's able to just thwart for 2. He has good health and a low cost. Pretty solid. Kalu is an Avenger here, and he enters play. He searches the top 5 cards of the deck for an event, and he'll add it to our hand. That is the deck list. It was super fun, super powerful, and super thematic for this matchup. Let's go ahead and see where Thanos stacks up with the other villains in Marvel Champions. See you there. Okay, so here we are at the tier list now. Today we are talking about Thanos. Now, what is there to actually say about the Mad Titan? Well, let's go over this. So, I would say in our gameplay, we kind of made Thanos look like a chump. There's really no other way to put it. It's like Captain Marvel has so much economy that allies deal with one of his 2 weak points, which is that he doesn't have a lot of overkill, which means even though he's swinging with really big numbers, as long as you have a consistent supply of allies or you're able to flip down every turn to heal, he doesn't really put on a ton of pressure. You know that he's going to have a certain amount of tempo every other turn with his Infinity Stone activations. And if he gets an extra activation, he can kind of speed it up and whatnot. But I'm doing a lot of these negatives with Thanos is really tough, especially if you're not a good deck or you're not building to kind of shore up, kind of take advantage of his weaknesses and shore up your hero's weaknesses as well. He has a 2-3 stat line on stage 2 on Expert when he starts, but it's deceptive, like I said at the beginning, because it's buffed by the Infinity Gauntlet, which is required for this scenario. So he has a 3 scheme, 4 thwart. You know, that high scheme set is kind of offset for the fact that his main scheme scales for 12 per player. But if he gets a really high boost on that scheme and then he gets another boost activation, similar to like maybe flipping down against a Rhino, he's going to be popping that main scheme, especially in solo when you don't realize it. Also, he does have overkill, and you do have to keep track of the Avatar of Death, which is a specific encounter card in his encounter deck, which means that Thanos activates against you and it gains piercing and overkill. The reason why you need to keep track of it is because you can't stay in hero mode the entire time at low health, because he will eventually flip that. So you do need to actually keep your health really high just in case you do have a random Thanos attack coming your way, or have a good enough defense stat to actually live the Avatar of Death activation. Chump, he's very, very susceptible to chumping, but he does have a few key cards to kind of get around that. That being said, his own specific encounter deck is a bit weak, I think, to compensate for the fact that he has Stalwart and really high stats. He's like a really big bruiser, right? He has things that just put 1 threat on the main and give him a tough, which is basically nothing. He has another encounter card which just reveals the top card of the Infinity Stone deck, which isn't an immediate threat he puts on the board. It's just the promise of like a future threat with this next activation. Again, I feel like a lot of what I'm saying Thanos is like really scathing remarks, but when we compare him to the other villains in this game, yeah, you have to build for him or he will just completely destroy you. He will scheme out his first main. He'll cut your deck in half. He'll hit the Avatar of Death. He'll hit you for like 6, 7, 8 damage. If you have high enough economy, he's fun and he's a good challenge to kind of keep it going. But he is definitely up in the A tier, that's without a doubt. Where in the A tier in specific? He's definitely harder than Claw. If we're thinking about how you need specific deck builds to build these 3 kind of villains to beat these guys, I think Zola in true solo and maybe even multiplayer is a bit more annoying, but Thanos always keeps you guessing, and I think, you know, top of A tier is probably the right spot for the Mad Titan. He's really good. He's really fun. I think he's a fun testing scenario, but he's strong in a way that isn't overwhelming. He has key weaknesses. You need allies to chump block or use some toughs against him. His tempo early really isn't super great, so maybe he's a bit lower than Zola. But I don't know, the constant ticking of the Infinity Stones really keeps you on your toes. You can't stall against him for too long because he'll throw threat on the main. He'll start milling for minions and whatnot. So I think top of A is a good spot for Thanos. Let me know if you agree or disagree and what you thought of today's gameplay. As always, we will be back next week against Hela. Leave a like if you haven't already. Comment if you haven't. Helps us in the algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't already. nothing much else to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Take care of yourselves. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.